this is our first problem that's in quadratic form as far as the trig goes. So we're going to solve it just like we normally solve a quadratic. For example, how I think about this over here on the right is I think about it as 2x squared is equal to 1. And how would I solve that problem? So to solve this guy over here, what I would do is I would divide each side by 2. So I get x squared is equal to 1/2. So we're going to do the same thing over here. So I'm going to go sine squared theta, because that's like our x squared, and that's equal to 1/2. Now on the right side, I would want to, on the right problem, I'd want to take the square root of both sides. So I would say x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 1/2. So we'll do the same thing on the left side. We'll take the square root of both sides, and we'll have sine theta is equal to plus or minus the square root of 1/2. We would rationalize the denominator over here. So this is plus or minus. I'm going to let you go ahead and do that on your own. So it'll be square root of 2 over 2. So see if you can go from this step to this step. So this guy over here is going to be the same thing. The sine of theta is equal to plus or minus the square root of 2 over 2. Now the difference between these problems is over here you stop. You're done. On this side, we still need to find out what theta is. So again, we're looking at an interval between 0 and 2 pi, and we want to know which angles have sine values of square root of 2 over 2. Well, the first angle is pi over 4. So this is plus or minus, right? So if you think about the unit circle, here's pi over 4. Here's 3 pi over 4. So that guy is also a solution, right? Because it's between 0 and 2 pi. If we keep going, there's another angle over here at 5 pi over 4. And continuing on, we're at 7 pi over 4. That also has a sine value of square root of 2 over 2, plus or minus, so meaning positive or negative. And if I continue on in either direction, if I go this way or if I go this way, I'll be outside of the bounds. So these answers right here are your solutions. So now let's go ahead and check that with our calculator. So we're going to go to our y equals, and we're going to type 2 times the sine. Actually, I'm going to write it like this. 2 times the sine of the angle squared. And we want to know when that's equal to 1. So my window, I'm going to go between 0 and 2 pi. We'll go by every pi over 4. And now I'm going to go from negative 2 to 2 is actually a good value here. Okay, because we got this 2 up front here, so we're thinking, hey, it's probably going to be somewhere in between there. Plus, I only want this thing to equal 1, so I just need to make sure that 1 is in this output. So there's my, so this up and down, this is 2 sine squared. Okay, and across here is the height of 1. So you can tell I got 4 spots, 1, 2, 3, 4, and each of these 4 spots corresponds to, first one's pi over 4, the second one's 3 pi over 4, 5 pi over 4, and 7 pi over 4. And you can tell that just by looking. I went by pi's over 4 on my axis. So 1 pi over 4, not 2 pi, but 3 pi over 4, 4 pi over 4, 5 pi over 4, 6 pi, 7 pi over 4. So we just verify with our calculator that those are actually the solutions that we should expect to get.